Hello, everyone. Hello. Welcome to my energy insight for July 1st to July 8th. I am Jackie Ellis with JackieEllis.com, in case you don't know who I am. I'm a mindset coach, business coach, and I am a Reiki master. I see energy patterns and help people decode the energy that's within them so that they live a life that they actually will love. So, this week that I am going to be sharing, what can we expect, or what can we do? Even better, I like this question better. What can we do to make the most out of our July 1st to July 8th week? That's what we're going to talk about today. That's what you're going to hear about in this message. As we're finishing up our full moon week, you may have been reminded to focus on what matters to you. It might be subtle, and it might be not so subtle reminders, asking us to pause and reflect on how we want to respond, how we want to feel, and how we want to experience our days. Knowing what matters to us helps us notice the misalignment and then readjust quickly. As we go into the week of July 1st to July 8th, that's our waning quarter moon week. And this phase guides us to reflect on how the last 3 weeks have been for us. What went well? Was there an underlying growth opportunity? Did I see it and adjust? Or is there resistance there? Am I avoiding it? Am I resisting in any way? The week of July 1st to July 8th is in your upper chakra area. So on the Light Mastery Map, if you're using it as a guide, which I highly recommend that you do, you can download it free at my website, JackieEllis.com. The link to do that is down in the description below. So in the upper chakra area, that is where we're going to be for July 1st to July 8th. So you will find that you will be relying on your intuition more boldly. You are being asked to rely on your intuition, and your intuition's going to be more bold than it ever has. Usually it works in the background, but on waning quarter moon, it actually steps forward and says, okay, enough. Your intuition will have you reflecting on your growth opportunities and celebrating your progress. I want you to ask, what is your intuition guiding you to do next? Has your big vision changed? Does it need to? If not, great. If it does, great. Seriously, roll with it. Roll with the guidance you are getting from your intuition. If you are resisting something, feel into that resistance and cut the energetic cord. I actually envision when I start to feel that resistance, I get a message from my intuition to do something, to add a new routine that's healthier for me. And my body will I'll start to feel it trying to recoil. That's my brain saying, I don't, no. You don't do that. That's not going to be fun. It's all lies. Right? So when I feel that resistance, I actually picture, it feels like I'm tethered. I'm tethered to that old thing that's holding me back from the next step. And I try and move forward to that next step, and I'm bungeed back to the old pattern. And I try again, and I'm bungeed back to the old pattern. I snap back into the old pattern. Those are signs that there's resistance. And you're actually energetically tied to the old pattern. So what I do is I actually envision that energetic cord, and I envision myself cutting that cord. Now, I have to be ready to do that. I have to be at that point where I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done being this way. I'm done living life this way. This is not serving me any longer. I need to do better. And when I do that and then cut that energetic cord, I can release all that old energy, alchemize it, and then allow myself the freedom to step towards what's possible. When you do that, your intuition cranks up the music and dances. Because the party's on and life is fun again. Because life is not fun when you are stuck, tethered to old patterns that aren't helping you. Old patterns that are keeping you stuck where you are. But when you free yourself from that and step towards what's possible, oh, the freedom, the joy, the love, the appreciation, all those higher vibrational feelings, emotions start flowing through you. I want you to be aware of the lower vibrational signs may have you using excess masculine energy. Now, I use the term be aware intentionally. Don't look for them. Don't seek them out. But notice them long enough to pause and bring yourself back into alignment. Because when we are seeking something out, when we are intentionally looking for ways that we are like falling into old patterns, then we're going to see ourselves doing it. We're creating opportunities. We are attracting opportunities that make it possible for us to be that way. I want you to remember that your inner warrior, your divine masculine, is your ultimate grounding energy. It knows when to pause and when to act. It knows you are supported always because it relies on your intuition, your divine feminine, to know what to do next. During this week, you may find yourself slightly off balance at times when you are using too much masculine energy. And ultimately, this means you've stopped trusting your intuition. And that's hard to take, the hard pill to swallow at times. some of the signs that you may experience, you find yourself in doubt and seeking outside solutions for everything before you do anything. So you get guided to do something, and then you do all the research that you didn't need to do. You just needed to do that one little thing. You didn't need to know all the things. Or you were asked to do the thing. You're ready to do the thing, but all of a sudden you feel like you're not worthy enough to do it, or you don't have the certifications to do it, or you need the course in order to know how to do it efficiently, or whatever the case may be. It's all doubt. Doubt in yourself. Your intuition doesn't doubt you. Your intuition knows exactly what you can and cannot do. And your intuition's trying to expand you to know that you can do more. You even might find yourself consumed with worry over the amount of time you have to get everything done. Oh my goodness. I'm not even going to tell you how many times, I can't even count how many times in my lifetime I have found myself going, there's not enough time. I don't have enough time. Most of that was because I had added not just one thing. My intuition told me to do the one thing or the three things. And all of a sudden those one or three things turned into 20. 17 things that don't matter. But I had to get it all done. Instead of focusing on what matters to you and knowing how you feel experiencing them, experiencing life that way, you're focused on problems. Oh, this happened and that happened and that happened. And oh, look it, I used to do this all the time and now I'm doing it again. It's another sign. Your intuition wants you to use your imagination to actually envision the life that you had envisioned. How do you want to spend your days? How do you want to feel experiencing those things? And when you actually do that, your brain responds your mind responds, your intuition responds, life responds. You start attracting more experiences that make you feel that way because that feels good to you. When you're in your upper area and you find yourself in those lower vibrational energies, you might actually be seeking to know, there's seeking. Seeking is like a common theme in your week or your days or the last hour, right? You find yourself asking, who am I? What's my purpose? Who do I need to be in this situation? What do I need to know before I take that step forward? Am I repeating old patterns? It's all seeking. And when you're looking outside of yourself, you're not looking at your intuition. You're not looking within for the answers. All of this is powerlessness energy because we aren't trusting our intuition. And we are busy doing instead of taking care of our own well-being. So our divine masculine, when he's listening to, when our inner warrior is listening to our intuition, like it likes to, like it depends on doing, It knows how to take care of our well-being. It knows how to take care of us physically and mentally and emotionally and spiritually. It knows what we need because it is following the guidance of our intuition. It is following the guidance of our divine feminine. But when we are taking that too far, we are now taking control over our masculine energy and not trusting our intuition. And the thoughts are swirling in the head, and we're being mentally and physically hard on ourselves while we're doing more than necessary. Time becomes a factor because we've added too much to our plate. We aren't focused on what matters, or are avoiding what we need to do because we doubt ourselves. Either way, our mental health takes a beating while we swirl around worrying and doubting and stressing. And our physical health is strained because we aren't taking the time to rest or move in healthier ways. As this progresses, the emotions start to float up to the surface, and we crash into a puddle because we ignored and mistrusted our intuition to guide us. And that's when our intuition says, you know what? Enough. Enough. You're being too hard on yourself. Let's be kinder to you. Let's love yourself a little more. If you find yourself in those moments where you're seeking or doubting or worrying or just do, or researching before taking action, take a moment to just pause and then realign with your intuition. Don't beat yourself up even more. You've already done enough of that. Just pause and realign with your intuition. Now, when you do this, you're taking a moment to stop and ask yourself something. Whatever that burning question is that you've been mulling around in your head, maybe it is, what was I supposed to do? Maybe you didn't get the answer because your brain went, I'm not doing that. The mind is hardwired to answer your questions. It has to do it. Your intuition will answer you. You may not always like the answer, but it will always answer you. If you don't get an answer, check within again. Look within. Because did your brain stop you from listening because it didn't like what it heard? It's often the case. It's like you're told to do something. Yeah, no, that didn't go well the last time, so I'm not doing that. Hell, there's got to be a better way to do something. And then you're off on a tangent. What if what you were being asked to do would give you more insight as to what you were supposed to, where you're supposed to go? To get to that next part of your journey where you're actually doing more things that you want to experience in your life. Things that light you up. Things that bring you joy. This is where journaling helps. because there's something about letting words flow on paper and helps dump what's floating in that head, floating in that brain, onto paper. Just get it all out. No filtering the words as they come out, but just get it all out. And then you can see and discern what matters and what doesn't. You know, I saw an article, and someone was saying how it was an article about a working mom and how she finds balance. And she says, you know, with all the balls in the air, I've learned that some are plastic and some are glass. In other words, some matter and some don't. The ones that don't matter, you can drop them. You can let them fall. They'll be fine. You've got this. You've got this. As always, if you are in Soul Circle, my membership community, I can't wait to see you on Monday. If you are in Soul Talk, my other membership community, you will be getting this message earlier than the regular public. So make sure that you log into the membership portal and drop some comments, ask any questions that you have. Give me any celebrations that you want to celebrate with me, and you've got this. For those of you that don't know anything about my membership community, the links are down below. If you liked this video, if you got value from this video, I encourage you to share, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to support me in creating more content like this, help me feed my family, then you can go to the link in the description and buy me a virtual coffee. I don't actually use it for coffee. I use it to help pay my bills and support my family. So thank you so much for being you. Until next time, be simply you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining me on this journey.